Hey, shalom, 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 everyone. Welcome to another episode of My Take with Rosh Ya'acob. I am your host of the show, Rosh Ya'acob and Abraham. I am the Rabbi at Gethsemane Spiritual Temple Congregation, and on this show we discuss Torah principles and look at different things that's going on in the world, stuff that's in the news, stuff that's happening, and I give you a Torah background or a Torah understanding of it, a halakhic understanding of it. So that's basically what I focus on this show. Try to really look at everything just to inspire you all to get into the Torah. All right. Again, gotta big up my sponsors. The AOC got their shirt on. Oh, y'all can't really see it. Hold on. Dang, it's messing up. There we go. Birds of a feather flock together. Couldn't really see it on this, but if y'all see anything that I'm wearing, it is brought to you by the AOC, and just want you to be able to support. Just want you to be able to support at all times, and just go on from there. So with that being said and done, let's get into the commercial. Well, welcome back again. Please like and share and subscribe and comment. Now, some of you may have been wondering what happened last week on Monday's show. For those of y'all who were here with me live, y'all realized that we did have a show. And then you might look now and you see that there's no evidence of the show, right? So we had a show. It was entitled A Dream Deferred. We talked about different issues, and it was a powerful show. I really hit a lot of things because, we was talking about the little boy getting spit on in Israel. He got spit on, and that was really a traumatic thing. And then I said that we was going to go, hey, shalom, shalom. What's going on, Aki? Good to see you in the building. But yeah, so apparently I said some things on there. I said a word or something like that I shouldn't have said, and it disappeared. Let me just put it that way. It disappeared with a warning. And I was just like, first I was upset because I'm like, wait a minute. I'm trying to bring light to issues that deal with our people, didn't speak against anything. Why in the world would it disappear? And then I started thinking, I'm starting to grow, people. I'm looking at the numbers. Subscribers are starting to go up. Views on videos are starting to go up. Watch hours are starting to go up. And I'm now, I guess, in an arena where I'm being watched. Not just by you all, but by everybody. So now I got to be very careful about certain words and things that are said to not get caught up. And I was just like, wow. So that made me feel good because I'm making some kind of impact with you all. We growing in Torah. So, you know, I felt good about that. First, I was upset. I was like, how dare they? And I was like, wow. But then I started thinking, you know what? I feel all right about this. That's what happened to, next session says that's what happened to the GST YouTube channel. Yeah, I remember you said something about that. And I was like, huh? You know, it is like, at first I felt like, how dare they? But I remember when I only had 5 people listening to me, maybe 10 at the most, that was subscribers. They didn't care nothing about what I said. They didn't care nothing about what I said. They wouldn't even. But now that I have you all and I'm moving up in subscribers, even though it's still not that many, but in their mind, they must can see a pattern like it's going to grow. And so now it's like, I got to watch everything. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to see how we work with this. Very, very interesting. Because now it's like more of a watch on you to make sure you follow different guides and rules and so forth. And I'm just like, okay. So if you wonder what happened to Monday's show, that's what happened. So if he was looking like, man, I thought he said he was going to do this follow-up about blah, blah, blah. I did. And I thought it was so great. He said, I'm getting too big for my britches. Yeah, I hear you, Aki. I hear you. I'm like, what is going on here? I'm seriously, Aki. Seriously, I'm just like, the show was really a good show. Felt good about it. I said, wow, this is a good show. And I said, this taking me to another arena. And they say, yeah, arena that we gonna take you out of here. So I said, hey. To beat a man, you gotta beat the man. So it is what it is. Just gotta go along with the flow. Because the ultimate goal is to bring about your want and your thirst for knowledge of Torah. That's my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is not to be a rebel and to get on here and crash out like some clowns that we know about. They crashed out and got put off of it and went to Rumble and got put off of that, and then about to get put off of Twitter or X. We don't want to be like them guys. They're wanting for whatever ambition. They trying to make money, all this good stuff, right? The reason why we pop up about and Master don't like, they said Master don't like it when we don't stay in our lanes. You right, Aki. You are right. I'm just like, I really was upset. I had to do a show right after that too, because I didn't find out till I went to do the show on Wednesday. Then it was like, then I seen it was like, as soon as I went to log on, it was just sitting there in my face, and I was like, what? And I read it, and I was like, are you serious? Like, I can't believe this. I was agitated. I don't know if y'all can notice that. I think that's why I didn't show G Will the Hebrew no mercy that night. I said, nah, if I don't get no mercy, you don't get no mercy, buddy. No mercy tonight. No mercy. All right. So, just want to let y'all know what happened with that. Yeah. So, I'm gonna. I've seen other people walk the tightrope before, so I know we gotta walk the tightrope. So, and I know even more than ever, they watch it even more now. So it's like, yeah, they like, yeah, we watching you, buddy. But I appreciate you all. Thank y'all for making it possible. Thank y'all for making it possible. Right, now, just want to remind you all, this is just a reminder. On Mondays is update day where I go back over things that I talked about last week, and I try to bring you some kind of update to it, which is what I was doing with this show that they canceled on me last Monday. So that's what I do on Mondays. I go over stuff that we talked about before. Then on top of that, I try to deal with new issues that came about. I try to bring up a breaking news situation and try to bring out something that you all might know about or just been learning about. And I try to deal with that. And those are the different things that normally would happen on a Monday. Tuesday is nothing, just a free day. On Wednesday, we go through our questions and answers. I got a good show for you. I got a brother that's speaking against being a Hebrew, said he used to be a Hebrew, and he asks crazy questions like, why do y'all do this and why do y'all do that? So I said, well, this would be perfect for questions and answers. So that's why I'm going to leave G. Will, the Hebrew, alone, because I don't want him to feel like I'm picking on him, even though I'm going to be back to pick on him later. But for right now, I don't want him to feel like I'm picking on him, so I'm going to deal with some other people and let him breathe for a minute before I come back to him. Still got to come back to him because he had a lot of questions. He be on for hours. You don't understand. It's almost like a job. He's online. It's like they let them do that on TikTok or on YouTube. They must make them break it up and the things because he got a part 1 and a part 2. But it seemed like on TikTok, they let you be on there for 8 hours. Just 8 hours live stream. And he's just on there just talking and answering questions and saying different things. So he be on there for a good amount of time. Right? So that one video that we barely stretched, and you might say, well, we talked about it for a minute. We barely stretched it. Why am I saying that? The video is 4 hours long, and it's part 2. And that's not even part 1. That's part 2. And it's 4 hours long. So he be on there for a long time. So there's a lot we want to get through within that video. But this Wednesday we want to deal with this other brother. He's asking a lot of questions. I want to try to deal with some of the things that he's saying. So we're going to deal with him and talk about him and go through his questions. Also this Wednesday, I'm going to introduce y'all to a new artist of the week. We have a new artist of the week this Wednesday. I cannot pronounce the brother's name, so I want to practice his name. Begin with an M. Next section actually told me about him, and I cannot remember his name. But I can see it, but I'm trying to pronounce it. I know it's a certain way you pronounce it, but Next Section sent me this and asked me, can I play this, make him like the artist of the week, and I listened to the brother's music and I like it. And I said, yeah. So that's for any of y'all out there. If y'all got artists or y'all know artists, y'all might be the artist. He might say, hey, I want to get some free publicity and get some get myself promoted for a week for my talent. Send me your link to your YouTube page or something like that, and we can make it happen. All right. Or is Makello. Yes, thank you, Aki. So the brother name is Brother Makello. And he got this song and is going to hit you, and it's inspirational, and he's rapping. So it's not so much just singing, but he got the hip hop flow with it. And I might touch a little bit on hip hop tomorrow since we dealing with that. I had a bunch of different things I wanted to go, so many different things I wanted to go. But that's going to be our artist of the week, Makello. Brother Makello is going to be our artist of the week tomorrow. Wednesday. We're going to start off with him. What else? Thursday, rule of engagement Thursday. We're going to deal with that. And that's actually what I got an update for, because I had somebody that really, what we talked about Thursday really touched them in a negative way. They was really upset about what I said, and they had different comments. And I said, well, I got it. That is update day. I'm going to go back to that and touch on that so we can talk about that. And also Friday, of course, is Torah portion Friday, where we deal with the Torah portion. So we're going to go from there. So now, as I said, this is our update edition, and it's coming about this. This is the story that got under people's skin. This story right here. And it's because I did not jump with it the way people thought I would. They probably thought I was going to jump with it like everybody else and chastise this brother and this sister and say, hey, blah, 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 and this, that, and the other. But I did not. I went with the brother Charleston White's viewpoint, and that wasn't favorable to a lot of the brethren. And I said, well, let me do an update on it so I can explain myself, because I don't want it to be not understood. Now, Charleston White said a lot of crazy things, right? Not crazy as far as what he was saying. The idea of what he was saying was, y'all need to mind your business. That's that man, woman. Leave that man and his woman alone. That's what Charleston White said. Now, of course, Charleston White. He put some cuss words in it. He said some foul stuff with it. He did what he do. That's what he does. But the overall message was, mind your business. We used to have a club song like that. Nah, mind your business. Nah, mind your business. Nah, mind your business. Right? So we used to have a club song called Mind Your Business. And that's what we tell people, man, mind your business. Like, come on, and so that's the situation with this, where seemingly as though the brother is saying, hey, you guys just need to mind your business. And some people say, well, no, we just try to help the brother out. We don't want the brother to get caught up. So it ain't about minding your business. It's about us not wanting the brother to get caught up. We just looking out for him. We being his big brothers, right? And I'm like, okay, it sounds good. His big brothers, right? But I want us to think. Oh, you remember that song? Yeah, no, mind your business. Oh, man. So I want us to think, though, right? It sounds good. Saying I want to be a big brother. I want to look out. I want to do X, Y, Z, right? But a lot of us, that's my age or a little bit younger, see to forget when we was young, when we was in our 20s. When I was in my 20s and I made up my mind about something, you come to me and tell me something to you blue in your face. I'm not listening to you. I'm not listening to you. Matter of fact, you're going to make me angry. Especially if it's dealing with somebody that I like, somebody that's going on, because I had people in the past sabotage me. You know what I mean? Try to use me for different things because they was beefing with people and wanted me to beef with people, so they was able to try to sabotage it. And then once I went through the situation, I'm like, you know what? Why I'm listening to them? So then, and that was my peers, right? So then when I had other people come to me trying to tell me something, I'm like, I'm not listening to you, right? So I'm trying to get them to see the more you press, especially if a young person got their mind made up about something and they basically are grown and they're 20, 21, 22, whatever, and you try to press that on them, they're going to rebel. They're going to close their ears. They're not going to listen to nothing you saying. And they do that with people that they know. What you think they're going to do with you? They don't know you. You're somebody on the internet. Now, you might say, come on, you making too much of that. Am I? Am I really? I'm making too much of it? Well, let's hear it from the horse's mouth. I'm going to let you hear it from the horse's mouth. You said I'm thinking, I'm saying it, and I'm making too much of it, and it ain't that way. Let's hear what the brother got to say himself. We're going to hear what Travis got to say himself. Oh, we just trying to help you out, Travis. We want to let you know what we think your girlfriend doing to you, Travis. Well, let's see what Travis think about people trying to help him out.
So as you guys know, the internet is always undefeated.
Yeah,
Travis
internet
Hunter
undefeated.
defends his fiancée, Leanne Lenny, after recent back.
Now, it said he defends. He didn't say, thanks, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming to me and letting me know about this. I'm going to do what you guys want me to do. He didn't say that. He didn't say that. Let's see what he says. I know the brother doing his little intro. I want y'all to hear what he says.
Trophy ceremony.
You ain't never had no girl. So why y'all talking about me? Find something else to talk about. You talk about my girl. Go talk about your girl. Go find a girl. Go find a life.
See? He upset. He not saying, thanks, guys, for telling me about this. Thanks, internet detectives, for going out and snooping and finding any and everything you can find out about my girl to try to expose her. Thanks, internet people. Love ya. He didn't say that. Did he say thanks? Did he say, you guys make me feel so wonderful inside? Do his face look like he happy that the people on the internet are searching to try to tell him something because they just looking out for him? No. He's not happy at all. I'm going to let him continue. Says, hey, you got to remember where you was at. But here we go.
So worry about what I got going on. I know what I got. I know my girl. My girl been with me for 5 years. Y'all are just not starting to talk about me and just not starting to be with me.
See what he said? I knew my girl for 5 years. Y'all just coming around. I don't know y'all. Y'all don't know me. You know what I'm saying? So how somebody that don't know me, don't know my girl, going to tell me about her? That's what Charleston White was saying. Yeah, he said some vulgar words that make you upset. A lot of people say vulgar words that make me upset. But they say it because they want to try to prove a point. Right? So yeah, he said vulgar words that made people upset. But the bottom line is, he's saying, look, leave a man alone with his woman. If he get tired of his woman, then he can deal with it. People talk about prenups, coming up with all kind of this, that, and the other. He's not going to listen to you. Please listen. He's not going to listen to you. He's not. Now, maybe if you was his brother, his uncle, his cousin, his daddy, somebody like that, and you came and told him something, then he might listen. He might listen. He might listen. You some Joe Blow on the internet that he don't know at all, and you got a podcast, and y'all want to talk about him and crack jokes and say crazy things. People come up with little skits, make it look like a little dumb simp. And you think he gonna be like, oh, all right, guys, thank you. No. He gonna be the exact way he is. He's angry. He don't wear nothing they gotta say.
Like, come on, man. Y'all go do something else with y'all life. Clickbait pages, y'all better stop. I'm telling y'all. Y'all, if something bad gonna happen to y'all, y'all keep doing that. Y'all better stop that. I ain't playing. Y'all better stop. All the clickbaiting pages. You know, when we were sitting down and I was at my papa shop, we was talking about my family.
Hey, then he talk about the clickbait pages. It's clickbait where they got him talking about, yeah, my girl trying to take me for my money and this, that, and other. And then you click on it and it's somebody talking about, oh, Travis Scott, girls trying. It ain't even about him. He ain't said none of that. None of that. So I'm just like, what are you doing? What are everybody doing? Why is it's like once some people jump on something, everybody jump on it. Y'all seen a couple of clips of this girl, everybody jumped on it, made up in their mind that they know the girl, they know all about her because they know her type and blah, 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 because it's something that they went through. And now they projected it on him, and he like, man, y'all don't know her. Y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know what we went through. Y'all don't know our life and our struggle. Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all just on the outside looking in.
What was they gonna do while I was in there signing stuff? I had all my family there. And that's why she did. That's why she said she's gonna stay there so they can get stuff. That's why she said she's gonna sit there so they can get stuff, have fun there. She wanted to go back. They wanted to go back. Someone wanted to go back to the hotel. Some of them didn't. Go and hate on my girl. Like, bro, I feel the same pain that she feel. We're inseparable, bro. We with each other.
There's somebody he's with all the time that he was with for 5 years without y'all. Why y'all think y'all gonna be able to come in within a matter of a month to a month and a half, if that long, and tell him about his woman, and he just gonna drop her and do all these things y'all want him to do? Even with Lil Bow Wow, one of the brothers tried to say something about Lil Bow Wow just to try to help him out. And Lil Bow Wow was trying to help him out, but you know what Lil Bow Wow bottom line was? If you looked at the video of Lil Bow Wow said, oh yeah, let her go, because this what she about. She about this shit. I know I don't know you. I know I don't know you. I don't know nothing about whatever, but I'm just giving my 2 cents. And he tried to give it from his point of view. And you know what the last thing Lil Bow Wow said? You're going to have a lot of women coming at you. And you're not going to be able to tell them no. You're not going to be able to tell them no. So just get rid of her so you can just do what you do. And I'm sitting there thinking, so basically tell them, go out and fornicate, basically. Don't get married and have a wife. Don't keep Torah, get married and have a wife. Don't do it the biblical way. Get married and have a wife and raise a family. Get rid of her so you can have as many chicks as you want. Boy, you about to have so much money, chicks could be throwing themselves at you. This was the advice. Everybody like, yeah, little Bow Wow gave him. No, he didn't. I'm gonna let him finish.
Like, she hurting, of course I'm gonna be hurting. If I'm hurting, of course she gonna be hurting. Like, y'all, come on, bro. That John hurt, bro. But then again, I'm talking to people that in life. Go ahead, bro. I don't care. I'll rather all y'all leave right now and go send a text message. So when she wake up in the morning, she get on her phone, nothing but positivity.
So he said he'll care if all y'all leave. Long as his woman can wake up and look at her phone and see nothing but positivity. You know what that's telling me? This brother in love. That's what Charleston White was trying to tell everybody. This brother in love. When somebody in love, I don't care what you say. You can say whatever you want to say about that person. When somebody in love, they are not going to listen to you. And all it's going to do is build a barrier between you and them. They're going to close their ear to you. They're going to stop coming around you. Because every time they come around you, you talking about a person that they love. How dare you? It's just not going to work. So you can talk to you blue in your face, trying to tell them, oh, this, that, and the other, the brother in love. Then the people going around and they spread Lashon Hara on his girlfriend. They going around being a talebearer on his girlfriend, spreading Lashon Hara. So you might say, he spread Lashon Hara? Yeah. So let you in. Because the young lady is going to say all that crazy stuff they were saying about her. None of that happened. She is not that person. That's what she going to say. I'm going to let you hear from the horse's mouth. I'm going to let you hear from the horse's mouth.
Okay, I'm going to be addressing all this stuff online because I'm tired emotionally and mentally of seeing people try to make me out to be a person that I am not. But what's a testimony without a test of faith? So I'm going to start from the very beginning with this my type.
And this is my thing too. Young people. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me do this like this. Young people, stop putting all your business on the internet. Stop putting all your business on the internet. Nobody needs to know all of this. TMI. I tell young people this all the time. TMI. Too much information. You never give somebody all this information. If y'all wouldn't been on the internet telling them all this stuff, the trolls wouldn't have nothing to jump around and talk about. They only could talk about the stuff because y'all told them the stuff. And then they can add and create their own narratives like she's going to talk about. Stop giving out all this information on the internet. Stop it. Please stop it.
Thing. I got permission from Travis to say these things because these are previously things I didn't want online.
So everything she's about to say is stuff that they didn't want online. So she's about to say this stuff. She got permission from Travis to say these things because she's tired of the trolls and everybody dragging her. Especially the brethren in the red pill community is dragging us. I know what type of woman she is, blah, blah, blah. This said this, that said that, bloop, bloop, bloop. And she like, look, baby, can I say these things? Because I try not to say these things, and they taking what I'm saying and making it out to be something that I'm not saying. So he gave her permission to say these things. Now, after she say these things, people going to be mad that she said these things.
But I'm going to tell y'all the full story just so y'all know. So Travis, when he first ever DM'd me, when we first met, I said I left him in my DM for 2 months. And people said, oh, she left him in his DM until she figured out who he was. That is not true at all. The real reason Travis sat in my DM for 2 months is because he DM'd me when he had a girlfriend. And her name was in his bio, so I instantly knew he had a partner. So I exited the message, and he sat there until he was single.
So she said the reason why she left him on red, meaning that she read his stuff, but she didn't respond. She just read it and didn't say or do anything. The reason why she left him in that state was because he had a girlfriend. So she got permission to say what it was. Now, some people will say, oh, believe that. It ain't up for you to believe. Really, she shouldn't have to explain herself for real. But because people don't want to mind their business, this is what it came to.
I don't do home wrecking. I'm not a side piece. I don't stand for any of those things. I support women. So I would never do that to another woman because I would never want it done to me. So I ignored him until he was single. That's the real reason he sat in my DM. Then the second thing, when I said he wasn't my type, I did not mean attractiveness. I don't have a physical type.
All right, now, when she said this, I was like, okay, because some people will say that, like, you know, they don't have a physical type. They was talking about as far as your character or what have you. And she's saying she wasn't talking about how he looked, and she's going to go into other stuff. The thing with it was when she said that, that shows how you were thinking. And she's saying what she's saying about that, you know what that shows? That shows how you bloggers and podcasters and others are looking at the young man. Y'all looking at the young man looks in a negative way. I personally been a man. I don't look at men looks. I don't look at a man and say, "Oh yeah, he looked good." I'm from that time where men didn't do that. Nowadays, I guess men do that. I guess it's a thing men do. Not talking about any communities. Please don't warn me or threaten me or strike me. Any of that. But I didn't come from that era, right? We didn't do that. That was weird. That was weird to do that. You know? Now, you might look at a dude and you seen a dude with a girl and you might be like, how yo with her? She like me? What is it? Okay, you might look at it to that degree. But other than that, you're not going to look at that. Now, this shows how they viewed him. Because for what I learned about a lot of time with women, they look at other things. I know a lot of brothers that some people felt like wasn't this, that, or the other, but because how they carried themselves, and how they dressed, women loved them. Again, because how they carried themselves and how they dressed. Women loved them. You might look at them and say, what in the world? Right? Women loved them. So, I can see what she's saying with that. Some brothers going to disagree, whatever. That's you. That's you personally looking at how you look at him. You're not putting yourself in her shoes when she say that. But I'm going to continue.
Period. No two men that I previously dated looked the same. My first one was a white cowboy. Second one was a Mexican soccer player. Then I dated a black man who's a SoundCloud rapper. And then Travis. So I have never dated the same type physically. I don't care about what people...
Now, and then she say she dated the rapper. That's the rapper that everybody see her on a video with. Then they say, wait a minute, that video came out 3 years ago, but she says you were with Travis for 5 years. See, she cheated on him. Dude, I used to be an MC. Sometimes we make videos, they don't come right out as soon as we make the video. Sometimes we make videos, we sit on it. Sometimes we got to be able to come up with the bread to pay the people to put it together. Just because you recorded it, though, you got to pay people to edit it. You got to pay people to put it together, make sure the sound is right. You got to get people like my brother next section. You know what I mean? Got to get people like my brother next section to hook it up because he got the talent. Holler at him. Look up his YouTube page. You can see all the different things that he doing at, right? But you got to hire a professional. And you got to be able to pay them. Videography costs a lot of money. And if this dude wasn't a famous rapper, he just some up-and-coming dude trying to do something. Like, so when they said that, like, oh, the video camera, like, it could have took them 2 years to get that video together. Well, he now running around saying stuff about her. Okay, if he is running around saying stuff about him, it could be because he still want her. Why he gonna believe him? She left him. She with him now. See what I'm saying? Hey, that's why I said I'm rolling with what brother Charleston said. Leave them be. I'm gonna let her do a little bit more explaining, then I'm gonna come out of this.
Look like or what they can give me. I date people for who they are as a person, how they honor God, and how they treat the people around them. And Travis is all the above. So when I said he wasn't my type, I meant because he was younger than me. I had never dated no one younger than me, and he.
Now, I could attest to that. I remember being a young buck chasing after older women, and they did not, especially if they was a little, not like older women, but if they was a little bit older than me, like a few years older than me, they looked at me like I was their little brother. They weren't trying to holler at me. They ain't care nothing about how I looked, whatever. I wasn't their type. It didn't mean I looked this way, I looked that way. That's what she was talking about. She said I wasn't type because they was looking for older dudes. They weren't looking for no little young dude like me. They look for an older dude, probably could really do different things with him. I was a young buck. So that's that situation with that. So she broke down those different things, explained those different things. But even though he went over all this stuff, it's still going to be people saying they don't believe her. But at the end of the day, that don't got nothing to do with you. That is called Lashon Hara. Then it was like, well, how, then another comment was like, well, how you going to make it biblical? Talking about Lashon Hara. How you going to make it biblical and bring the Bible into it? So forth and so on. I'm like, okay, that's a good question. How am I going to make it biblical and bring the Bible into it? All right, well, let's see. Let's see how I can make it biblical and bring the Bible into it. Because y'all know me. Y'all know that's what we do on this show. That's the whole point of the show, right? Make it biblical, put the Bible into it. Let's go to Sephiria. Now we on Sephiria. This is a book called Chafetz Chaim. You can buy it. Let me see if I can look up so I can. Well, you can buy it on Amazon or whatever. I'm not going to waste time doing all that because I don't got that much time. All right, so what I want to do, I'm going to read a part out of it that's dealing with Lashon Hara. It breaks down all the different things. All of this is found on Sephiria in the Sephiria library. You just go on Sephiria.com. It's right there. It's right in the part where it says Halacha. Halacha means the laws that we ought to follow, the laws and rules that we ought to follow, the way we ought to live our lives. It means the walk. Halacha means the walk or walking. You know, it's the way we're supposed to walk, the way we're supposed to live, how we're supposed to do our lives, right? Look at what this says. This says, it is forbidden to speak demeaningly of one's friend. Now, when I bought the stuff out about Lashon Hara, and I talked about it the other day, we was talking about between a husband and a wife. This just talking about friendship. So if it's like that with friendship, then of course it's like that with husband and wife. It don't matter if they not married yet or not. You can't speak Lashon Hara against your friend. So it don't matter if they married or not about the Lashon Hara. You can't speak Lashon Hara against your friend. It is forbidden to speak demeaningly of one's friend, even if it be the absolute truth. Even if it's the truth. You can be telling the truth. Even if all y'all said about this young lady is the truth, it's still Lashon Hara. Why? Because it's not your business. It's not your business. It's not your business. It says, and this is termed everywhere by Chazal. Chazal means the sages. So, and this is termed everywhere by the sages as Lashon Hara, which means evil talk. But if there were, in his words, an admixture of falsehood, by which his friend is demeaned even more, this is a category of motzi shemra, spreading a false report, in which his sin is far greater. So if it is lies in it, that's even worse. So these people that create these, as he was saying, and this is what he was upset about, right? And he was right when he said it. Travis said, y'all got these, oh man, what do they call it? Bait traps. These web pages or these videos where you baiting people with traps and lies. That's even worse than Lashon Hara. Because now you bear false witness. You bearing a false witness. So Lashon Hara don't have nothing to do with it. Well, I'm telling the truth, so it's okay. No, it's not. It says, and the speaker of Lashon Hara transgresses a negative commandment. What negative commandment does the speaker transgress? Well, let's look. It says Leviticus 19:16. You shall not go about as a talebearer, as someone gossiping, running around telling tales. You're not supposed to do that. You shall not go as a talebearer among your people, nor shall you take a stand against the life of your neighbor. You can't do that. And then the Almighty ends it with, I am Yahweh. That you know that he is telling you not to do this. Who's telling you not to do this? Yahweh. Hashem, Adonai himself is saying, don't do this. Don't you do this. You shall not go about as a talebearer among your people. You can't do it. That's called Lashon Hara. So I just wanted to add that to it because people are like, well, they not married yet, so it don't matter. They don't got nothing to do with being married. Lashon Hara is Lashon Hara. Whether they married, single, whatever. Lashon Hara is Lashon Hara. And y'all are putting enmity between that man and his fiancée. And then in the Hebraic world is two parts of the marriage. That's another thing I wanted to do an update on. So let me bring that up, and then I'm gonna go to our new business before it runs. Oh man, I didn't even see you up there, Ike. I gotta fix the thing because I didn't know you were saying anything. Shalom to you, Ike. Shalom, shalom. All right, so let me go back. Yeah, you missed a good little chunk. I went in a little bit. It's just a little bit. It's a little bit. But I want to show y'all about the Hebraic marriage. Because the brother was like, either you married or you ain't married. Ain't no you part of marriage and this, that, and other. So I'm like, no, brother, that's not how it works. This is not typing. Okay. Shalom, 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 my kid. For some reason my thing is not typing. I don't understand this right. Really? Maybe that means I'm not supposed to get it to it. So I'll bring that update back later. Because my computer won't type for some reason. I don't know why. I'm going to take it as a sign to keep it moving. So we're going to keep it moving with our breaking news. I want to do some breaking news and touch on this issue. And then I'll update more about this and other things on next Monday. So let's get into our breaking news before our time runs out. Shalom, shalom, back with you. Got our breaking news. As y'all see, it says warning, disturbing content. And this is something that many of y'all may have heard about, or you might not have heard about it. So if you haven't heard about it, I'm going to introduce it to you tonight.
What could anyone do to deserve this?
These videos are shocking.
Now, yes, you seen exactly what you saw. You seen some CEOs, and they are beating this man. And the worst thing about it is this man is going to die because of their beating. And he was handcuffed the whole.
And disturbing.
An inmate in an upstate New York prison punched, kicked, choked. A group of correctional officers caught on body camera taking turns.
He was handcuffed with his hands behind his back.
He died the next day. The Attorney General, FBI, and state police are now on the case, and we now know that some of these officers involved have been accused before of assaulting inmates in the past.
Now, this brother name is Robert Brooks. Y'all can look him up. Robert Brooks. There's been a lot of rallies and stuff for him over the weekend. I don't know what they probably did now because the snow came, but it was a lot of uproar about Robert Brooks and what was going on. So I had to touch on this before we close out to let y'all know about Robert Brooks and the horrific things that happened to him by the hand of law enforcement.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
And this comes from the Shade Room. Shout out to them. They getting a lot more. They doing their thing. I was like, this is from the Shade Room? Okay. All right, they doing their thing.
"43-year-old Robert Brooks, he had been serving a 12-year prison sentence for first-degree assault when on December 9, 2024, he was transferred to the Marcy Correctional Facility right near Utica, New York. The whole ordeal, it was caught on body cam, but the problem is many of that body camera footage does not have audio because the correctional officers that were wearing them, they did not have them fully activated. They were only in standby mode.
So they didn't mean for the recording to happen. Basically, the video footage, they was in standby mode. So they didn't have the hot mics. And then by the time they realized it was on, it was too late.
Audio or not though, this video is very, very damning. So much so, we want you to take extreme precaution before you watch.
We will use every possible tool available to us to investigate this death thoroughly and swiftly.
Stern words from the Attorney General of New York, Letitia James, days after she released a series of horrific body camera videos. It was just before 9:30 p.m. on December 9th, inmate Robert Brooks, he was walked into the Marcy Correctional Facility. He was handcuffed, then taken to a medical exam room. Words were exchanged between Brooks and several correctional officers. Whatever was said, though, was enough for one of those officers to strike him in the ribcage multiple times. Seconds later, though, it's followed with another series of blows. He squirms around before they forcefully raise him up and strike him again in the ribcage. They exchange more words while the other officers seemingly just watch and talk amongst themselves. There's a nurse present as well. Then things escalate to the extreme. Just about 6 minutes into this confrontation, they lift him up by his neck like a doll. He's then placed against a wall by two officers. Their backs are turned. From here, it's unclear what they're doing to him, but they stood in the same position for at least a minute before he's transferred back to the exam table, lifeless. They begin to remove his clothes. The next day, December 10th, Robert Brooks was dead. As for the cause of death, preliminary findings from a medical examination, they indicate, quote, concern for asphyxia due to compression of the neck, as well as the death being due to actions of another, end quote.
Now, I'm going to find the footage for you guys where they talk about this. But they said that they actually took this man's socks and tried to stuff it down his throat. COs, correctional officers. Says, James had to rescue herself. Yeah, she stepped down. She said, "You know what? I'm not being a part of this at all." She stepped it down. Said, "I want to make sure it's fair and impartial. I want nobody be able to point at me and say I did anything." Everybody know. So it's like now we just sit there wait and say, okay, what y'all gonna do with this one? You already let the guy got choked out on the train. Oh, the guy who choked him out here, hero. Right? Now this guy, what y'all gonna do with this one? They gonna get away with this one too? Then we supposed to just sit back and say, gotta let the legal system do what it did? You know, I had a clip of them rallying trying to say that they not going to do that. But I said, no, I'm not going. Well, I ran out of time dealing with the Travis Hunter situation. But, yeah, let's continue.
I want to reiterate that we are investigating this case thoroughly and using every tool at our disposal to ensure that there is transparency and accountability for the events that preceded Mr. Brooks's death.
Shock, outrage, and frustration from the AG, who has vowed, along with the FBI, to figure out why. New York Governor Kathy Hochul also joining in a statement saying that she's ordered a full investigation into the death of Brooks and asked for the immediate firing of the 14 people listed here, including the nurse, that were all allegedly involved.
So all these people right here was involved. All of them, even a nurse. Crazy.
3 of them, we've also learned, have been named in previous federal lawsuits from 2022, accused of either failing to intervene in prison beatings or been accused of assaulting inmates themselves.
So this is not a new occurrence. Sort of remind you of the Rodney King situation. That wasn't a new occurrence. That was stuff that we knew happened all the time. Somebody just happened to get it on film. And we just knew all of them was going. And they got acquitted. We just knew all of them was going. Just knew it.
Now, in that statement, Governor Hochul continued and said, quote, that like all New Yorkers, I was outraged and horrified after seeing footage of the senseless killing of Robert Brooks. Once again, I want to offer my deepest condolences to Mr. Brooks's family and loved ones as they grieve his tragic death. I am grateful to the Attorney General and her team, our state police, and everyone working with us to ensure justice is served in this case, end quote. Again, no charges have been filed just yet. One of those correctional officers has since resigned, and of course, we'll be following up. Any updates, we'll be sure to pass it along to you. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter.
All right, so big up to TSR, the Shade Room, TSR. They doing big things now. I'm like, okay, y'all doing y'all thing, Shade Room. I hear you. Very sad situation. Anytime, anytime something like this happens is very, very sad. And it's like the Black community holds their breath almost just in anticipation, hoping to hear the right thing. And now you just desensitized to hearing the wrong thing. That's why when that happened with George Floyd, people's kind of shocked. They wasn't expecting that to happen because it never happened. People said maybe it's a change happening. Maybe there's going to be difference. No, At any rate, we're going to get ready, go ahead and close out. We're going to have our artist of the week from last week. We're going to sum it up today with him, our brother Dunsin. He has a beautiful, beautiful song, giving the Almighty the ultimate praise.
Generations after generations keep praising you, yet no word sums you up. Then I asked the Lord, what name fits you? And he said, yeah. Generations after generations keep praising you, yet no word sums you up. Then I asked the Lord, what name fits you? And he said, yeah.
Amen, 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 amen. All right, everyone. So thank you all for joining me tonight. And I thank you all again for helping this show to get up its watch hours. Please, please like and share, and subscribe and all that good stuff. So that we can grow. Because the more you like the video, the more Facebook will send it to people. The more you share the video, the more Facebook will send the video around to people. Right? And the more you subscribe, the more Facebook will share it. So that's why people say like, share, and subscribe. I know some people think, oh, you're just trying to get some money. No, liking, sharing, and subscribing is what get the word out. If you don't like it and you don't share it, YouTube think nobody wants to see it. So they're not going to do anything with it. So like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys. Hey, thank you, Aki. Yes, share the link. All right. Layla Tov, Aki. Shalom Aleichem to all my brothers. Thanks for Brother Jordan and Brother Next Session for being on here with me. And for all you that's watching on the replay, I thank you all as well. And with that, I bid you all shalom.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Elohim.